A very good morning to all. In the last class, we discussed about the different heritages of India. Now today, we are going to discuss about UNESCO. So, UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. But before that, let's discuss about the UN. UN stands for United Nations and it is the biggest and important organization of the world. Its main aim is to promote peace, security and the betterment of humanity. It was established on October 24, 1945, that is just after the World War II. And its main aim is to promote peace, security and human dignity. Human dignity means to promote the rights of human, that is right to live, right to education. It also promotes social progress of different countries and many more. Now, 51 countries were the founder of this UN organization and India was one of them. At present, there are 193 countries as member of UN organization. Now here you can see the flag of United Nations. This organization is headquartered in New York City, USA. Here you can see the logo of UN, that is United Nations. At the center you can see the world map and it is surrounded by a wreath of branches of olive. So these branches symbolizes peace. And I have already told you that the main aim of United Nations is to promote peace, security and betterment of human. Now, at present there are 15 specialized agencies of UN. Some of them are International Atomic Energy Agency, International Civil Aviation Organization, International Maritime Organizations and many more. So, among these organizations, we are going to discuss about the UNESCO organization. UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. It was established on 4th November 1946 and it is headquartered in Paris in France. Now, its main aim is to promote peace and security through helping in the areas of education, science and culture. There are 193 members of UNESCO organization and India is one among them. Now, let's discuss few functions of UNESCO. The main function is to promote, to provide education to each and every children across the world. So, it helps countries to improve their educational areas. Second point is, it also believes in promotion of science and technology. It believes that these are the two main tools to promote peace and development. So, it ensures that these technologies are used to promote peace all over the world. Now, the third function is it promotes to protect the historical sites and different important monuments all across the world. Now, let's see the logo of UNESCO. This is the logo for UNESCO and UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Next, we'll discuss about the World Heritage Convention. In 1972, UNESCO adopted an international treaty. Now, what do you understand by this word international treaty? It means that there was an agreement and different countries signed these agreement and this agreement was known as the World Heritage Convention. The main aim of this agreement was to protect the historical sites and monuments. So, this is known as the World Heritage Convention. In terms of India, there are 38 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and among those 30 are cultural heritage, 7 are natural heritage, and 1 is known as the mixed heritage. That means it contains both cultural heritage and natural heritage. So, what do you understand by this term cultural heritage? Cultural heritage includes monuments, buildings, rituals, languages, knowledge, tradition, and so on. And natural heritage consists of different landscape, which includes hills, mountains, plains, rivers, lakes, streams, and so on. It also includes biodiversity. That means different types of living organisms that are found on the earth. So, this is the way of classification of UNESCO's World Heritage Site in India. Now, let's discuss few UNESCO's World Heritage Sites in India. The first one is Kanchenjunga National Park, and this is located in the Himalayan range of Sikkim. Now, this was the first mixed heritage, that is, it contained both the cultural heritage and natural heritage, and it was declared as UNESCO's World Heritage Site on July 2016. Now, this includes a unique diversity of plains, lakes, valleys, glaciers, and snow-covered mountains along with ancient forests. That's why this is one of the UNESCO's World Heritage Site in India. Now, you might have heard the world's highest peak, that is Mount Kanchenjunga, that is also located here in this national park. Now, let's move to the second one. This is the Kaziranga National Park, and it is located in Assam. It has the world's largest number of one-horned rhinos, and we can also find different animals like tigers, elephants, deers, and different types of birds. So, this is one of the World Heritage Site in India. Then we have Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus. Now, this is located in Mumbai in Maharashtra, and it was built by an British architect named Frederick William Stephen, and this was built in the year 1878. Next, we have the Ajanta Caves. Now, this is located in the state of Madhya Pradesh, and you can see that it contains the pictures and sculptures based on Buddha stories. Now, it was declared as property of UNESCO's World Heritage Site on 1983. Next is the Darjeeling Himalayan Railways. It is also known as DRH or toy train. Now, it was built between 1879 and 1881, and it is 88 km long. Now, this is one of the tourist attraction of Darjeeling Hill Station. Now, let's see the next heritage of India. This is the Nilgiri Mountain Railways, and it is located in the famous hill station named Ooty in Tamil Nadu. It was built by the Britishers in the year 1908, and this is also one of the tourist attraction of this hill station, Ooty. Next, we have Hill Fort of Chittorgarh. Now, this is the largest fort in India, and it is located in the state named Rajasthan. This fort consists of many historical palaces, gates, temples, and towers. As you can see that it is a hill, and a round of roads are made to visit these hills. So, it is the largest fort in India. Let's discuss the next World Heritage Site in India. This is Kalka Shimla Railway, and it is located in Shimla in the state of Himachal Pradesh. It is a mountainous route from Kalka to Shimla. Then we have Amber Fort in Jaipur. It is also known as Amber Palace or Amer Fort. It was built by Raja Man Singh, and the materials which were used to make this fort were yellow and pink sandstones and marbles. This is located in India's pink city, that is Jaipur city in Rajasthan. Now let's see the next one. This is Basilica of Bom Jesus. Now this is located in Goa, and it's a part of churches and convents of Goa which are listed under UNESCO's World Heritage Site. So here it holds the mortal remains of Saint Francis Xavier. So this was about few UNESCO's World Heritage Site in India. Next, you have an activity. You have to collect the pictures of other UNESCO's World Heritage Site in India. You have to name it and write at least one sentence about it. You have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation and submit in Microsoft Teams. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.